Welcome back to the Sort Out SI channel today with me, the Flying Scotsman, with a look at another list. You all know I love list videos, so let's get right into it. First player on the list of famous family members is Theo. This is Theo Zidane, or Theo Zidane. Attacking midfielder just like his father, as you can imagine, it is Zinedine. Looks relatively good so far in his career. 21-year-old French player at Real Madrid, currently available for loan. You can sign him. I've had him a few times, he's okay. Now, we have another 3 family members in the Zidane family, so let's go straight into it and look right at them. Next member of the Zidane family is Elias. He is a defender, 17-year-old, can play left back, can play centre back. Unfortunately, unlike his father and unlike his older brother Theo, he does not look anywhere near as good, unfortunately. Overall, he does look like a pretty poor player, so he's still 17, could have a wee bit of time to grow. In the Real Madrid under 19, so he is in a good academy. It just might not be possible, but you never know. Look and see in your saves and see how he's got on. Next up is 25-year-old Luka Zidane, currently playing for Eibar. He is a goalkeeper, unlike his father. He has had some success, unlike some of his brothers. He has played twice for Real Madrid, played quite a lot of games for the Real Madrid B side Castilla, and then made his name playing for Racing, then before moving to Rayo Vallecano and now playing 31 games for Eibar. Looks like a reasonable goalkeeper. Could be quite good if you're a lower division club in La Liga, or if you're a second division side. He looks like he could be a decent player for you to pick up. And the last of the Zidanes is Enzo Zidane, the oldest of all the players. 28-year-old French midfielder, again, attacking midfielder just like his father and like his brother Theo. Looks okay, some reasonable attributes all round. He has been a bit of a journeyman, as you can see. We'll just take a look at his history. Started off like the rest at Real Madrid. I don't think he played for the Real Madrid first team, no. He played for the Real Madrid C team before playing a reasonable amount of football for Castilla, and then he was then on a bit of a journeyman career, playing for Alaves, Lausanne in Switzerland, going on loan to Rayo Majadahonda, I think I pronounced that correctly, before moving to Portugal and coming back to Spain to play for Almeria, Rodez in France in the lower leagues, and then Fuenlabrada. Again, looks like an okay player, might be alright if you're a second division or third division side in Europe. Looks like he could be a reasonable player for you. Up next we have 36-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper Muriel. Before I say any more, take a look at the picture of him there and tell me, who do you think he is related to? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you who he's related to. You should be able to tell just by looking at that picture. He looks like a reasonable goalkeeper, to be honest. Good handling ability, good kicking, good one-on-ones, decent reflexes, got a high tendency to punch the ball out, he's got good positioning, and his physicals are pretty good as well. Currently valued just under £500,000. Let's just take a look at his career, because he's 36, he's probably played all over the place. Yeah, played for Internacional in Brazil for a long time. Some seasons hardly played, other seasons first teamer, so obviously it just depends who else was in the squad at the time. And then he went to Portugal for a couple of seasons for Belenenses, before coming back to Brazil for Fluminense, and he's now actually plying his trade over in Cyprus. So again, comment down below who you think he's related to, and I will put you into a prize draw for a surprise shirts if you've got the correct answer, so keep an eye on my YouTube and Twitter page for that. Now we'll get on to the next one. And as you all know, I need to get a Scotsman on the list. This is Duncan Ferguson, currently on loan at Forfar from Newcastle United. He is the son of Everton legendary striker Duncan Ferguson, current Inverness manager. Again, 20 years old, he looks pretty poor, unfortunately. From his technical attributes, he's only got 12 for heading, finishing is only 10. And as a forward, off the ball 6, not great. Some of his physicals are okay, decent jump and reach, natural fitness and strength, but he's quite slow as well. So I doubt he'll be breaking through into the Newcastle team anytime soon. However, if you are a lower league Scottish team, you might want to pick him up. He could be a nice little name to have, just for the shirt sales alone. Now, probably one of the better players with a higher potential on this list, and that is Shaquille van Persie, the son of Robin van Persie. 16-year-old striker, or can play out in the wings. Looks pretty good so far, decent dribbling, good finishing, good first touch, good passing ability, good technique. His physicals are coming on quite well already at the only age of 16. He's left-footed, and he's already valued between 9.2 and £11 million, so he could be a good player in the future, so keep an eye out for him on your saves. See if he turns into anywhere near as good as his father was. Next up, another footballing family, and it is the Gudjohnsen family. Most well known is obviously either Gudjohnsen, ex-Chelsea and Barcelona striker, who his father also played for the national team of Iceland. He has his brother here, Arnar Borg Gudjohnsen, 22-year-old. He is actually the brother of either, quite a few years younger obviously, but he is a striker, 22-year-old, played most of his career in Iceland. However, he was on the books of Swansea for a few years. I'm not entirely sure how well he turns out, but the media describe him as attacking midfielder. He can play in just behind the striker, or he can play as a striker himself. He's very strong with his right foot, and he's got a reasonable left foot, so he might be alright to pick up. Now to the three sons of Eidur. First we have André Lucas Gudjohnsen, another striker, 21-year-old. He has played 15 times for the national team, scored 4 goals. He's currently playing in Lyngby, on loan from Norrköping. He actually spent some time in the Real Madrid Youth Academy. He spent time at Real Madrid from 2018 to 2022, playing 21 games for the B team Castilla. Again, not going to set the world alight, but it might be good just to bring him in for a little bit of nostalgia. He does have good physicals, so you might be able to get something out of him. Next up, 17-year-old Daniel Gudjohnsen, another striker. They are all strikers in this family by the looks of it. Unfortunately, he looks like he is quite poor compared to his brother. You know, as a striker, finishing at 10, first touch 11, heading 11, off the ball sitting at 10. Physicals are okay, get reasonable jump and reach, strength, 6'2". He could be okay. He spent time at the youth academies of both Barcelona and Real Madrid, so you would think he might have something about him going forward. Currently playing for Malmo in the Swedish top tier. And the last of the Gudjohnsens is Sven Aren, 25-year-old Icelandic forward again. Played 19 times for the national team, scoring 2 goals. He looks a bit better than some of his brothers, finishing at 12, heading at 14. You can take a long throw if you really want him to. He's aggressive, he's got decent physicals, 14 balance, good natural fitness. Alright pace-wise with 12, good stamina. Again, 6'2". He has spent quite a lot of his career moving around, playing predominantly in Iceland before moving over to Italy for Spezia, and he has also played in some other Scandinavian countries such as OB in Denmark and IF Elfsborg over in Sweden. So he looks like he could be an alright player. If you are playing a Scandinavian save, he could be one to look out for. And next up is Romeo Beckham, probably the biggest family name on this list, the Beckhams. Currently at Brentford in the under-21s, right winger just like his father. However, he doesn't look like he'd be anywhere near as good as David was. Obviously came through the Inter Miami Academy, played 26 times for the Inter Miami second team, never breaking through to the first team squad, and he's currently under contract at Brentford, but I can't see him breaking through. Unfortunately for Romeo, it doesn't even look like it might be worth taking a punt on him, unfortunately. Then we have Colin Seedorf, the nephew of legendary midfielder Clarence Seedorf. Can play all across the back line, can even play DM and the wing back slots. He looks okay, 28 years old, currently playing for FC Eindhoven in the Netherlands. As I said, looks alright, decent physicals, okay mental attributes, value between 140k and 1.4 million, so he looks okay, nothing spectacular, and at 28 years old I wouldn't expect him to get much better than he currently is. Next up is Daniel Maldini, son of legendary defender Paolo. I've actually used this player a few times in previous iterations of Football Manager while playing at Milan. He developed quite nicely. Still 21-year-old Italian. I'm not sure if he develops well in this year's edition of Football Manager, but on relatively cheap wages, he should be relatively cheap. If you are looking to bring him in, he might do a nice job for you. Unlike his father, attack midfielder, can play in the wings, can play as a striker. It just depends what size of club you are. He might do alright. As I said, I've had him at Milan before and he actually did quite well. However, I doubt it doesn't look like he's developed that well, so he might not be up to the same standard in this year's game. And last but not least is the 32-year-old Kenyan midfielder Victor Wanyama. He is the brother of Marega, the former Inter Milan defensive midfielder and central midfielder, just like Victor here. As you can see, brilliant mental attributes, still aggressive, decent bravery, good determination and teamwork. Still strong, 17, good natural fitness at 13, good tackling. He can still do a job as a ball-winning midfielder for a lower level club. Currently playing his trade for CF Montreal after playing for Spurs, Southampton and Celtic. He looks like a nice little pickup. As I said, still only 32-year-old, he can do quite well for you. this has been the Flying Scotsman FM on the Sort Out SI channel. If you like more lists like this, if you've got any quirky lists you'd like to see, let me know down below what lists you would like and I can get that done for you. In the meantime, please as always like, share and subscribe, and we will see you next time.